dawn. It is Thor's Day, and simple persistence is the name of my thoughts today. And we have heard from, you can get a speech that the world is inundated with the motivational speeches, right? And it certainly was before the demoralization psyop that was going on, right? There were different psyops that were part of the ongoing American life. And then once in a while, there's a trumping psyop that comes in, right? American life, there's tragedies, there's all sorts of things that change our attitudes and our flow and our thoughts on matters. And then a world-changing event happens. Everything stops for a second, and then on the other side of the event, some things are back to what you're familiar with, and some things are changed forever. Sometimes that's something that we perceive as bad and we perceive as good, and there are certain things that are both objectively and perceivably, which is also subjectively, I suppose one could say, bad or good that happens, right? We've given up far too much, right? And that's mostly because we don't know how to fight. And so when we get the motivational about your persistence, we don't know precisely what it looks like to be persistent in your endeavor, right? For instance, I hold my endeavored persistence at catching fire on YouTube, as in being someone who somehow independently becomes interesting and exciting, of quality things that they have to say. And right now I am talking about the quality thing of never giving up and trying to really talk about how the motivational speech doesn't fully cut it, right? It might work for you the day that you hear it, or it might work for you a day that you remember it, but that speech, it tries its best to be so elaborate in coverage that it has a statement in there that you cannot deny applies to you. But it still needs to be very, very generalized. And thus your mind can that's some people are just retarded. That's what I think. I think some people are just retarded. Let's see. We're gonna say that because people that are listening to you talk and they don't know what language you are speaking, between a binary of the language that you are speaking and a language that you are not speaking, then there's something wrong with you and you're here to cause problems. So, The motivational speech is a lazy man's accountability, effectively, right? Where somebody who wants to encourage someone else to basically take charge of their life and, fall into effectively service to the higher force, which is which also happens to be in alignment with your truest, most innocent of desires, and their raw, uncorrupted nature of you as a human being, right? As a man. So, what we effectively deny ourselves is the presence of accountability. We deny ourselves the presence of encouragement, right? We don't want to have someone in which we make an agreement to say, you are going to be here and now and look at my situation, and with the greatest of care for my highest and best interest in alignment with the higher force, move me to do things better, to stop doing things improperly, to stop causing unconscious harm, etc., etc. And you can talk to me on my level, in the fluidity of my level, right? Because I might not be in the same level in 5 minutes from now. And an outside force can be an instance of a catalyst, but it's still coming from within you, right? My raging fire is just trying to light your match so your match can light your internal lantern, right? And bring about your luminescence, your energy, your power, your full potentia. And the world doesn't understand what you need, but the world likes to make you understand what it needs from you. And because you are in the world, you have confused the needs of the world with the needs of yourself. Because the world will give you breathing space and accommodation for following it so much so, right? This is your interpretation of the Hierophant in the tarot, right? And so if your hierophantic forces in your hero's journey are not in alignment, you're going to be living your life in a way that's going to make you foolish, weak, sick, debted, and the bitch of it all is that it'll still accommodate you. You'll be in debt, but you'll still have shelter and food, right? Unless you really fall apart and you stop playing ball on a certain level, and now you're not serving the world or yourself. that's how you become homeless, right? If you don't serve the world or yourself, that's how you become homeless. If you serve the world, you'll always have the support of the world, but you will have lost your soul. Because you will have lost your will, and therefore your soul will be subject to the world. And then there's people that they got their soul, but they, like I can fall into the quality of, I'm serving me, and I don't want to do a thing for the, but no, it's just like here I am at 7:45 in the dawn, and I'm, and I'm off to do my employee contractual obligation to appear and work, right, in exchange for money, which I then have chosen to use money as my mode of interacting with other people who use money in the world. And I think a lot of people think that the world will fall apart if they agree into a trend of being so extraordinary that they stop working at the factory making the tires, right? You work at the tire factory, right? And well, look, if everybody becomes great, there will be nobody to make tires. I have to go do something terrible because that is my purpose. That is my duty unto the higher force. And you know what? Nobody's saying don't fucking go and do your 9 to 5 like I am. What we are saying is, don't just look forward to the end of your contractual obligation to the world for the day and don't serve yourself in labor, right? You do something for yourself that is beyond the only thing they want you to do, which is to relax so fucking hard that you fucking fall apart as a fucking assertive and fucking useful, talented person, right? You've got plenty of me time, and you get 2 levels of me time. You need your me time to fucking relax like everybody else always does. But you need your me time for study, and you need your me time for work as well, right? I sit down, I'm gonna read a book, I'm gonna listen to a documentary, or whatever, study time. I sit down, I grab my guitar, I practice my scales and my sweep picks, and that's me working, and working for myself, for the enrichment of my soul. And then you don't fucking sit there and hoard all of what you're doing selfishly for you, or just so you can fucking have success in the media, making a thing in presentation of what you've developed, right? Like, because I do that. I go through my life and I develop a thing, and then I'm very excited to share the thing I've developed on this platform and to enrich the gnosis, the talent, the enrichment of life, the clarity of history, the vision for the future, the whatever that it fucking encompasses and values in itself, and give it out to my peers. right now this is just a meta conversation about those things in between when I am doing those things. And those things are all here as well. I have many things on this channel that are not just me dicking around with my shirt off while you guys pray for an accident to entertain yourselves. I have had prolific interviews with all manner of persons. Some of them just other people that are like me, building things out. Some of them very big deal. I've got little video presentations. Some of them need to get re-uploaded from earlier channels, earlier versions of my channel. Presentations on tarot, presentations on runes, and things of this matter. I lost those channels because I, in my way, fought my fight. Didn't have the time or even the direct interest to back everything up, because I just was overwhelmed and didn't have enough space to back everything up on the computers I was using at the time. And so I've lost a lot. People have no idea. And I'm not upset about that. Because I was never constructing my life to make money and succeed in the truth movement. You know, I just wanted to explore all the conspiracies and all the esoteric, and to find clarity of what this world was, to find proper orientation to a world that was lying to me, hiding itself from me, only showing me that it had my worst interests in its black heart. And I said, I gotta keep exploring this fucking place. This cannot be the hell that the Gnostics say that it is. And it isn't. And it is. It is both the hell and the heaven, because it's what you make of it. And I'm not talking about just the collective you. There's a quality of good and a quality of bad that fluctuates with the morality of the collective, right? Because we're in something closer to a dark age. The situations for people that are fools is very, very ugly and dire. And the situation for those who are wise is good, but it is not exceptional. There's an exceptionality that would come if we were in a higher frequency age, because those of us living well under alignment, developing under alignment, we would also have greater things. There would be greater things developed and manifest, and greater relationships achieved, and things I'm talking about we can all of us will be able to see openly in the macrocosm. These elements kind of escape. They kind of escape us in the current paradigm shift. Okay, so I've got to get myself to work. Let me see the chat. How many trolls do I have, etc., etc. Alright. Are you from The Last of Us? I don't know. Do I look like a character from The Last of Us? Cool Boy said Frozen in the last one. Cool Boy said Frozen? Whatever that means. Sure. Sir, you yap. Yeah, I'm yapping. Beard dude. Yes, I have a beard and I'm a dude. I think he high as fuck. I probably am, but that doesn't mean that I'm wrong. Um, Get of the za? Mushroom hitting different right now? Yeah, I know. It's what happens when you're trying to have a meta conversation because you want to wrap people in. I'm thinking along the lines of bridging the gap between what people that don't know anything about somebody who's studied the occult and shamanism and animism and practices it and develops it in his personal life, but also lives kind of a mundane, easily laughable life, but yet there's something epic about it, even though his life isn't epic at all. So therefore, I sound really fucking strange in my hook of saying this is why I'm interesting to listen to, right? Because I don't have a lot of a budget, a lot of production, but I have a lot of personality and a lot of thoughts and a big vocabulary for those thoughts, which becomes more and more evident once I've roped you into better subjects, right? Because if you're listening to this and I've never seen you on my Heidegger live stream, I don't know how intelligent you are. I'm assuming that you're not very intelligent because Heidegger is of no interest to you whatsoever. So if you can follow me on Heidegger, it tells me that you're at least that smart. Okay, I'll catch you guys later.